Hey everybody, just a quick message from Bald and Bonkers Network. We would like to remind everybody that certain topics of discussion may not be comfortable for all listeners. Certain viewpoints may not reflect those of our partners, sponsors, affiliates, our hosts, or that of our guests. We would like to encourage everybody to keep a respectful and open climate of discussion for all topics, no matter how disturbing they may be. So viewer discretion is advised.
It does not matter where you stand, nor what it is you feel is grand. Magic is all around. Magic is never gone. And it is more than you will ever know. Entrust us. Entrust her. For here you will find that the lost Magicks have never disappeared.
Hello guys, and welcome to our Friday night show with the Lost Magicks. And today we've got special guest Ken Allen from the Wizard's Table. Now I have been wanting Ken to come up for a very long time, since I've been watching him on Bald and Bonkers and other shows. He's absolutely awesome. We do not have his co-host, his other partner with him today, which is Mistress B, because she is in work engagements, but we will try to get another show in the future where we can have both of them on. So tonight we are going to be accompanied by lovely Ken. So today it's not going to be an interview, guys. It's more, we're going to just talk facts about magic, paranormal, Ken's practices and beliefs, and a bit of mine as well. You know, we're just going to open to you about how amazing magic and how amazing spirits are, whether that is of the light or the dark. We're going to try to open up to you and show you that not everything is quite what it seems, guys. Now, from my experiences growing up, I've always been led to believe that the sort of thing that Ken follows is something you shouldn't follow. It's dangerous. It means you love the devil, blah, blah, blah. That is not what Ken's about, okay? Ken is a very fascinating guy. I have learned quite a lot from him, and I am starting to open up more to what demonic spirit actually properly is, because I believe in the demonology side, they don't explain what demonic spirits are and what demonic spirits can actually bring in beneficial ways. And Ken is one of these people that could open up to you and talk to you about these things. So we're going to have lots of just really interesting talks. If you want to ask us questions, you can. So Ken, really lovely to have you on the show tonight. And how are you?
I'm good, baby. And I appreciate you letting me come on, girl.
Anytime. I've been dying to get you on. You must have seen me in the chat a few times. Ken, come on my show. Ken, every time you was on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Literally.
I saw you there, and here I am, baby.
Yep, he's here finally. And I am really honored to have you here. So Ken, why don't you start off first with telling the guys a little bit about yourself, for anyone that's new that doesn't know who you are?
Well, Lord have mercy. I don't even know where to begin. I am in southern United States. I'm in North. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. All right, baby. I'm in North Florida. You probably noticed that accent. It's all gravy, right? Which means it's okay. All gravy, baby, means it's okay. It's a southern thing, y'all. But, and I say y'all a lot, and I say baby a lot. Hey, it's a southern thing. Anyway, I am an occultist. I am a practicing sorcerer, and I've been practicing the occult in one form or another since I was about 11 years old. I am now 46. Got a birthday coming up in October. Hell yeah, I'm on October, baby bitch. And my mother, who recently crossed over on July 16th, yeah, that hurt me pretty bad. I was out of, I was decommissioned for a while after that. But my mother is Sicilian. She's Sicilian, and her mother and her mother's mother, et cetera, they practice what's called strega. Strega is Italian/Sicilian folk magic. So that's where I first got exposed to any kind of magical occult type practices. But branching off from strega, I started going out on my own, so to speak, and working with various types of entities, demonic entities especially, but always been attracted to demonic entities, always been attracted to the concept of Lucifer or Hasatan, Satan, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, 11 years old, 46, been practicing the occult, boom, 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 here I am.
Exactly. And it is a very fascinating thing it's a very fascinating faith that you follow and you do, which is, it really does intrigue me, because obviously, like I said at the beginning, like I don't like, obviously through where I live in the UK, it's very Christian orientated here. So a lot of what we believed, and my nan is a Christian and went to church, so we was always led to believe that Satanists or occultists, anybody like that, are very dangerous. Don't entertain them, don't entertain demonic spirit, don't do this, don't do that. But I've always been a very open person, and I will make my own judgment on what I see and what I think. Okay, now
Absolutely.
I have respect for both light and dark energy. I don't personally work with dark energy, but that's because I've never fully understood what they are. I know them to the extent of a Christian way, but I do not know them the proper way like you do. So for me, it's always been light work, but I do have, like, obviously I'm a witch, as a lot of you guys know. Okay, so now anyone that knows about witches knows that when you work with magic, we both use both elements. We use light and we use dark. Okay, it can't work without. Okay, it's all about balance. Light is not stronger than the darkness, and darkness is not stronger than the light. They are equal balances. Okay, so we would not have this world, and we would not be the people that we are today if we did not have both. That's how I look at it.
100%. 100%.
But we're on the right way.
I couldn't agree more. 100%. And I also don't believe in absolutes. I don't believe in absolute good, absolute evil. Yeah, I don't believe in absolutes. Nothing could exist that way. Nothing.
Like when people come up to me and go, okay, well, light is good things and dark is bad things. I'm like, no, don't be fooled by that. A light energy can be just as dangerous as a dark energy. A dark energy can be just as nice as a light energy. It really is how you portray your magic, your work, and your respect to that energy at that time. That's what I believe. So,
and the only thing, with regards to good and bad, the only thing that makes it good and bad is the practitioner.
That's what I'm saying. Yourself. Like, obviously, you've got your energies here. Like, you've got your light energy, you've got your dark energy. If you're putting a negative feeling into what you're doing, a light energy will work in a negative way, just as a dark energy would. Okay, it is about how you manifest your power to them, because obviously, when you work with them, they go by your summoning, they go by your word, what you're wanting. So anyone that comes up to you and goes, well, dark energy is bad and white energy is good, it's not, guys. It really is the practitioner and the person that does the magic itself. Okay. And that's what is really important to understand. Now, in my time, I've come across a lot of people that have been very negative about people such as Ken and their beliefs and stuff. And like I said, I've been led to believe that they're not good people to be around, and it's bullshit. Okay. Literally, it is. Okay, these guys are awesome. Ken is absolutely awesome. He's very acknowledgeable, and like all of this crap, like, oh, if you work with demonic, you do this, your soul summons to hell for eternity. Bullshit. Okay, like literally, it doesn't happen like that. It really is your intentions and your working that makes these energies do what they do. So it's all in here and in here. If you want to be good, and you want to use a white energy, or you want to use a dark energy, it will do that goodness that you're asking. If you're putting out the good, if you're doing a negative, it will do negative. It don't matter if you're white or if you're dark. They are just elements of who we are. Okay, and the energies are no different. They are elements of this world. They are elements of us. It's how you use them. Do you agree, Ken?
Oh yeah, girl, baby, girl, honey.
There yes, honey. We're gonna go for the whole phrase.
100%, sweetheart. You got it, baby. Yeah. You said a mouthful. Yes. I
am. Even though I'm not 100% on what you do, like I don't understand it fully, I am very educational, and I do take on a lot of what people say. And I have, like, watched you and listened to you, and I find you very interesting. And through my own practices and my own ways, like I've come into contact with demonic spirit where I've had to remove them, and they really are not the energy that people portray them to be out. Yes,
exactly.
The energies that I went with were causing the family that I went to havoc, and it did need to be removed. But they, like, where people say that demonic spirits are not capable of emotion, feeling, and all this, yes, they are.
Yeah,
yes,
100%. And I'm going to tell you, angelic, the so-called angelic celestial spirits can be just as fucking dangerous as a demonic.
All of them.
And I have experience. I've dealt with that before. I've dealt with angelic. I've had to banish angelic spirits before for harassing people.
Yeah, that's what I had to do with like the demonic that was in the house that I went to. There were several of them, but I did get attacked. But the reason I got attacked is because the person that was going through the problem did not be honest about what was going on. So to that, it looked like the spirit was being mocked. So I was attacked because I was trying to help to remove the energy. I wasn't trying to hurt it. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to it. I was trying to remove it from that. I ended up getting blood poisoning, crosses upside down on my neck. I ended up in hospital and nearly died. And that did not turn me away from demonic. That made me want to understand and know them more, because there's reasons to why they act out the way that they do.
Well, and it's also been my experience that a lot of human spirits will try to pose as non-human entities because they're in a position where they can.
Yeah. No, and I 100% do agree with that. I have had it where I've come into communication with normal spirit, because I do see, communicate, and I can talk and things like that, okay, with them. And, you know, I've had experiences with what you would class as good spirit or normal spirit that have been just as bad as demonic spirits. And they do very much portray themselves as being demonic. They'll say that they're demonic. They'll say this, they say that. And a lot of it is because they don't want people to be latched onto them. They don't want to be treated like circus acts and things like that. If you're coming into a location and you're disrespecting them and you're treating their home and treating them like they're like jokes and things like that, they're going to do things to scare you, to get you the fuck out of their own. That's
yeah, because a lot of these locations, it's their homes, it's their place of business where they felt comfortable, where they want to be. So of course they're going to do whatever they can to defend and protect themselves. If it's posing as a demon or a devil or Satan himself, whatever, they're going to do it. I mean, fuck, I'd do it too, baby.
Exactly. I'm sorry, I'd do it. I'd do it if somebody's coming into my home and pissing me off or disrespecting my property or moving things that are not theirs and things. I'd do the same, because it's scared. A lot of people, and I noticed this in the paranormal field, a lot of people, every time something minute negative that happens, it's always blamed on demonic and all them sort of things. When it's my 9 times out of 10, it's a bloody normal spirit. A normal spirit. Like when they go, you get 3 scratches, that means you've been scratched by the devil. You've been scratched by a demon.
And that's bullshit too. That's bullshit too.
Can scratch you for
absolutely.
3 marks, okay?
Especially if they've been dead for a long time. They when you're dead for that long, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 years, whatever, and they learn how to manipulate the physical realm, the physical environment. I mean, I'm definitely the type of person that would pretend to be a demon if I was a spirit. Fuck yeah, bitch, get out of my house. Who the fuck you think you are up in this mug?
Yeah, no, and I would as well. Like, because obviously, like, when you're doing, like I've always said to people, when you do things like investigations and that, go in there with respect. Yeah, you respect their home how you would expect your home to be respected when someone comes into it, you know. And I've always said be respectful to light and dark energy, okay? That they're equal. There is no one better than the other. That they're equal in my eyes. So for me, having those experiences where a lot of people would have run and they've been like, I don't want to do paranormal anymore because I got attacked by a demon. I didn't. I went the opposite direction. I wanted to learn about them more. And I wanted to understand why it reacted like that and things. You know, I've had Dash on your bed. Excuse me a minute. I think somebody's at my door. Keep talking, Ken, and talk about your demon.
There's a demon now. Anyway, that's some funny shit. So some of the stuff we haven't brought up yet, because She's fucking. I love Sherry. She's cool as shit. I'm not a Satanist. A lot of people think I'm a Satanist, but I am a Luciferian. There's a difference between Satanism and Luciferianism. But no, I really don't want to get into all that tonight because that's a big jar to open, baby. Big jar to open with full a lot of hot sauce. But as a practitioner of the occult, I will tell you what are demons. A lot of people, well, what are demons? What are they? What is this energy? So if you ask someone who practices, or if you ask someone who follows Christianity, Judaism, Islam, etc., they will tell you demons are from Hasatan, Satan, the devil. Okay. Actually, what demons are is they're actually ancient pagan gods. For example, Belial is an ancient Canaanite god. Belial, Canaanite. Beelzebub, Canaanite. Then you get into the Asteroth. Asteroth, for example. Asteroth is actually a female, not a demon. Asteroth is a goddess, Inanna, or Astarte. So what happened, basically what happened was a lot of, when the organized religion started to march upon the pagan tribes in the Middle East, they turned their gods into demons. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. So Belial became a demon. Beelzebub became a demon, the Lord of Flies. You've heard that mentioned a lot, I'm sure. And Asteroth was considered to be a great duke of hell, the infernal realm, hell. Asteroth actually comes from Astarte, an ancient pagan god. And even before Astarte, it was Inanna, a mother goddess. And that's true. So demons are actually ancient pagan gods who have been demonized by the onslaught of organized religion, Christianity, Judaism, Islam. And of course, the word demon, as most of you probably already know, comes from the Greek daimon or daemon, which means a lesser god, but a higher spirit, a lesser god that is replete with wisdom. Socrates talked about it. Socrates talked about it extensively. In fact, Socrates had a personal daimon and believed that every man, woman, and child had their own personal daimon. So the word demon comes from the Greek word daimon, which means replete with wisdom, and one that is a lesser god, but a higher spirit. Hey, baby, you back?
Yeah, like some idiot on my doorstep trying to chat me up and that because he's pissed out of his head and whatever, going, oh, please open the door. I was like, go away. I'm engaged. I've got a boyfriend. I've never been interested in you. Why are you knocking at my door? Go away. And he wouldn't bloody leave.
He wanted to have sex, girl.
He ain't having sex. I've got a fiance and that. I've been with him, never been interested, and I don't understand why he's fucking knocking my door. Go away.
That thing horny. That thing is horny.
I can't stand men like that. And he's pissed out of his head, which is another thing. Nah, go away. Like, leave me alone.
Takes all kinds, girl.
Oh, yeah. But I've got my man and I'm happy, you know what I mean? So not interested. So back to Ken. Hopefully he's not going to knock again. I do apologise about that, guys, but it got to the point that my dog was going nuts and barking.
Well, I think I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him a little bit while you were going about the origin of demons and stuff like that. So hopefully, I was able to get the point across.
You talk about your, you know, you can continue and I'll just listen, like, because I find it fascinating as well. I didn't mean to leave you like that, but he was annoying my dog, and I had to end up telling him to F off, like, go away, like.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I got 20. Okay, I got 22 cats. I own 22 cats. Now they all live out. Yeah, I ain't lying, girl, but they don't live in the house. I have one who lives in the house. The rest of them live outside. I take really good care of them. I feed them, whatever. I got a cat that lives in the house. This cat is called what's called a Maine Coon. A Maine Coon.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, they're meant to be pretty cool cats, aren't they?
They're huge. They're freaking massive. She is like 5 months old, and she is this big already. This big. Yeah, now the average weight on a female Mancoon is 75 to 80 pounds. I can't wait. I love a big cat.
Oh yeah, and I've got dogs, but I do like cats as well. I have had cats in my past, so I like any sort of animal. I'm an animal lover, to be quite honest. So
now I used to raise wolves, legitimately. I used to raise wolves, and
wolves are my favorite animal.
They're amazing.
Spirit animal wolf.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they are.
But anyway, I was telling them about the origin of the word demon. You know, daimon that comes from the Greek, replete with wisdom, lesser than a god, but more than a spirit, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I was just kind of filling the gap with. But you're back now, so hi.
Yes, I am. And again, I do apologize.
So hi.
Hello. I don't know what it is. I really don't know why people are like that. I really don't.
Because you're a witch. And you're giving out this energy. You're giving out this energy, and they think, "Oh, I want her cooter."
The thing is I was with an ex-partner when he first ever come on to like setting eyes on me, and we were friends with someone that he was very good mates with. Now he always tried to say that he liked me. Now I said I wasn't interested. He's a druggie and all that sort of thing. I said, please. And I was up the shop the other day, and I hadn't seen him for about 2 years, and his eyes nearly fell out of his head. And now he's standing on my doorstep telling me, "I really like you, and you should have me." I'm like, "I'm not interested. I'm engaged. I'm getting married, and I have got the best man in the world. Go away. Why are you on my doorstep?" No,
that's right.
He wouldn't bloody go. He wouldn't go. He's gone now, but
does he look like a wool burger?
He looks like a knob.
What's that mean? That's an English thing, girl. A woolly burger is an American thing. What's that mean?
Somebody that you do not entertain or get into the license of. Like, stay away. You know. No. I'm too high class for that.
Okay.
Me,
No. You right there with me, because my mother was a very classy woman, and she taught me the same shit, girl. She was like, hold your standards high, son.
Yeah. And literally, that just, you know, my partner's probably watching this stream at the moment, wondering why the hell, like, a random man's turning up on my doorstep, because
he needs to come over there and whoop his ass. That's what I would do. Girl, I've been with my husband for 22 years. If some son of a bitch came up to my house talking about, Kevin, hell, motherfucker, I got a 12 gauge aimed at your asshole. Yeah, Kevin, that bitch.
It just annoys me because, like, he's not done that for years. He's not turned up on my doorstep or anything like that. And then just because he see me in the shop, he thinks he's got the right to come around and try. Like, no.
Maybe he's smoking crack. Y'all got crack in England?
Oh yeah. I don't literally entertain stuff like that. Like, no, but it must be that witchy effect. Okay, you pull people in, they become attracted to your vibe and stuff, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I get a lot of people that even online, they'll come up to me and go, "You're so beautiful. What is it about you so captivating? Oh my God, I'd marry you." And it's like, no, I'm trying to help you. I'm not asking you to propose to me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. It's mad.
You don't have any lesbianotic tendencies?
Lesbianic tendencies?
Come on, baby.
In the past, when I was younger, I've had an experience with a female. Yes.
Yeah. In the past.
But I am for men, literally. Yeah. But I do think women are beautiful, and
they are.
Think that each body should be
acknowledged as beautiful as art.
Yeah, worshipped, acknowledged, and stuff like that. There's beauty in both. Okay,
absolutely.
But I just personally don't go off with women and things like that. I like my men, but yes, when I was younger, I had an experience with a female. Yeah.
I don't blame you, girl. The men, I don't blame you, girl. I'm right there with you, honey.
Yeah. They just have so much more to give to you. I'm sorry, but they do.
Girl, you ain't never lie.
I definitely got more to give to you.
You ain't never lie. There's a lot more to work with there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Right, we're going through all stages. We did warn you. That's why we put a discrimination thing up, guys, so you don't get like freaked out. Like, this is an open talk, and you're seeing the real us. It was really interesting to talk about, because we was actually talking about the fact that we're not part of occults and stuff like that. Okay, now one of my problems with occults is the sex side. Okay, now where I've been through certain things in my life, that would not be very good for me, and I think that they push that onto you that as a belief. And I don't believe that that's involved in that. That's just people's tendencies and them wanting to take advantage of other people. I'm not saying that sex isn't good and, all that. But I'm one of these people that I'm to one person. I don't like to be to many. I like to be to one person and one person only. That's how I am. Like, I'll happily say I do stand and go to rivers and stuff, and I'll stand in a river naked at a full moon. Of course I will. There's nothing more beautiful than being naked in moonlight. But when it comes to sex and stuff like that, no, unless it's my partner, I'm not interested. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. I'm right there with you.
And I have heard you say this, and I do believe in this as well, that sex is one of the most powerfulest frequencies in magic.
Oh yeah, sex magic is freaking phenomenal, especially if you practice what's called, with my traditions, demonic sex magic. Whoo, baby, you can lift mountains with that shit. The amount of power, if you could harness, shut the door, son. If you could harness the amount of power in an orgasm, you could literally levitate a fucking mountain.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I 100% agree that, like, magic isn't a magical thing, okay, but magical is from us, okay? So we perform the magic, we make the magic happen. So why can you not do it through things that you enjoy, like sex and,
that's right,
and things like that? It's a very intimate way for magic in my eyes, and it's something that I most definitely want to try more. I don't know what my partner would think to that, but like, even just like laying there and you're having sex with your partner and you're manifesting something that you want to happen, something to go right, you manifest that through your sex phase with them, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of rituals. There's a lot of rituals that can be done with regards to sex magic. Even those who are into, I'm not into that shit, but I'm not knocking anybody that is. BDSM, barbed wire and beating the shit out of each other and all that stuff. Hey, if that's your thing, baby, if that's your thing, rock it out. I
don't do barbed wire, but I am quite kinky. So, but no, I wouldn't go to that extent. Barbed wire.
I'm in the South. We got plenty of barbed wire down here, y'all.
I hope that you're squeamish and you like blood, okay, guys, because there could be a very big chance that you will see blood doing that, like, especially if you get really intimate. But what a random conversation we're having. We've gone from talking about demons
to
we're talking about sex and barbed wire.
It's okay. It's okay. We're just being us. We're just being ourselves. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see this because my lighting is not really good, but
I can see it, not fully, but I can see that you've got a very dark black book that you're holding. Yeah.
That is the Satanic Bible by Anton Szandor LaVey. This is the hardback leather cover version. This book sells for anywhere between $300 to $500.
Yeah, well, I could imagine that it is expensive because it's not really something that you can get hold of, is it really?
No. Yeah. I had to order this off of eBay, and if you go to Amazon, you can buy the Satanic Bible for less than $10 all day long, the paperback. But I paid $250 for this book.
Wow. But it must be worth the money, and I bet you've learned
a lot from it.
100%.
And I believe the Satanic Bible, Anton Szandor LaVey, Satanism, LaVeyan Satanism. I believe in percent of what's written in this book, and I believe in 98% of the teachings of Satanism by Anton Szandor LaVey. If that makes me a Satanist, I don't fucking care. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Who are you? Who are you? Good, exactly. Fine. I'm a Satanist.
And just having those words and those categories to your names doesn't make you a bad person, guys. Like, I know
absolutely
a lot of you got Satanists so that they're really bad. They curse you. They do things. They sacrifice you. No, not all of them.
No,
not all of them.
No,
guys.
that doesn't happen.
There are so many different practices in that people do.
Let me tell you, according to LaVeyan Satanism in this book, there is a chapter. If you've never read this book, go out and buy the damn book, y'all. But there is a chapter on, this is my 15th time rereading this book because I like to keep this shit fresh, y'all. But
definitely.
I am reading the chapter about human sacrifice. All right. Now, let me explain that. That doesn't mean you're literally killing somebody and sacrificing them and cutting their throat and
which is what a lot of people portray it as, don't they? They think that you're killing someone and
human sacrifice in LaVeyan Satanism means basically, hey, you're putting a curse on this motherfucker that really fucked you over, pissed you off, or hurt one of your family members. That's all that is. You're not literally going out and tying this person up and taking him to an abandoned warehouse and cutting his throat and sacrificing him. That's not what that shit's about. It's about putting a curse on. And there is curses in this shit. Look, curses are necessary sometimes. Sometimes you have to utilize curses. Knowing how to heal is good, but you have to also know how to curse if you're going to heal somebody. Does that make sense, Sherry?
Yeah, it does, because it's both elements, isn't it? At the same, like I can't personally say that I've ever put a curse on someone, but I have done it where if somebody's done something really bad and to somebody else, I've sent it back on them tenfold and stuff like that. So you kind of are sending that curse back to them, but I've not done it in the way that
return to sender. That's what I call it. Return to sender.
Yeah,
one of the things I'll do is I'll get a black candle. I'll get a black candle and I will rub that motherfucker down with olive oil. Yeah. And I will spit on that fucking candle. All my hatred and all my disdain for that person, I will spit it on that fucking candle. And then I'll take that candle and I'll roll it in crab shell powder. What that is a crab that I've found on the beach, usually a dead crab, and I will crush that motherfucker up in a mortar and pestle, and I will oil that candle down, spit on that candle, roll that motherfucker up in the crab shell powder, because crabs walk backwards. Okay, crabs walk backwards. So this is hoodoo shit. This is folk magic. So you light that candle and you put all your hatred and your pistivity into that fucking candle. Guess what? That's a return to sender spell. Whatever that motherfucker did to you, it will go back to him. Not threefold, but 9 fucking times over.
Yeah. See, with us, it's tenfold. So, like, we do the same sort of thing. Like, I will use black candles to send back to sender. I normally write down onto the candle. I write down what they've done and what's happened to me, and say I want this to be returned in tenfold. Blah blah blah, and it goes back. Okay, I put different oils on there and different herbs.
I don't have face paint on. I'm sorry, girl. I mean,
you've got face paint on.
Shrimp Shack said, I love Ken's face paint.
Oh, it might just be the shadow, like, because
it's the shadow. I think he commented the last time I was on the show with Bald and Bonkers. He said, I love Ken's paint or face paint. No, brother, you cool, bro. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't got on a face paint on.
Yeah, no. It is literally the camera, guys. He's not got face paint on. We know that. But
no, the only person painting this family is my husband. He's a professional drag queen or female impersonator, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So he would probably use makeup and stuff, guys, and make himself look beautiful.
And next Saturday he will be in drag, because at the club down the road there's an all-male review that we are going to, and he will be dressed up in full drag. By the way, Sherry, I'm gonna send you some pictures of him in full drag. It's fucking phenomenal.
I find stuff like that really fascinating, and I'm one of these.
Isn't it awesome how they can do that shit?
All their beliefs or anything like that. I'm a very open book to anybody and everything. You know what I mean? I just think that everybody's phenomenal and everybody's got their quirky ways. I just think it's amazing. So that would be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I do live in the dark, Smith family. By the way, got to give a shout out to Smith Family Paranormal. I love those guys.
Hello,
Chad Smith.
Hello, Smith family.
They're good
we
people.
Better do a little shout out. We ain't shouted anyone out yet, have we? So we've got Smith family, Shrimp Shack. We've got Van Helsing. Hello.
I love the Van Helsing.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Dr. Death, that's one of my partner's friends.
Dr. Death. I love that.
Animal Wolfman. Hello. How are you?
Oh, that sounds sexy. Hello, Animal Wolfman.
Animal Wolfman.
Yes.
Mac is great. So a big shout out to all of you. Thank you for coming in and supporting us and everything. That's really awesome. So how
did I talk about? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So like obviously, like I said to you earlier, I'm one of these that are quite new to what you do as well. So how would you perceive a demonic spirit? Obviously, like I said, there's a light and dark energies and things like that. I have how
would I perceive a demonic spirit? I would perceive a demonic spirit as being a god, because that's what they are. And I said this when you had to go to the door and run off that freak. Basically, what a demon is an ancient primordial. I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. A demon is an ancient primordial god. They're gods. They're pagan for all intents and purposes, because of the definition of paganism. They are ancient primordial gods. They are the elder gods of the elder gods. So, as I was saying earlier, for example, Belial, Beelzebub. These are ancient Canaanite gods who were demonized by organized religions, such as with the onslaught of Christianity and Judaism and even Islam. The jinn. I have a jinn, a jinn guardian, a personal jinn guardian. Some people have guardian angels. Some people have whatever the fuck, ancestors and shit. I have a jinn, and I have a couple guardian demons, but yeah, it's the onslaught of organized religion. Doesn't matter what religion, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. These are ancient gods that are indigenous to the Middle East. For example, again, Belial, Beelzebub, Beelzebub. You can say his name 100 different ways. It's written 100 different ways. These are ancient Canaanite gods, and then there's Phoenician gods, and there's even demons in the Egyptian pantheon, Pazuzu in Mesopotamia, Sumeria. These are gods. They're not demons in the Christian sense of the word demon.
But the thing is that's the problem with a lot of religion, and that they make their own tag and name upon something, don't they? They don't really give the full extent of what they
because really they don't know. I mean, look, they don't know. They don't know, baby. They don't know, girl. They don't know. Because the thing is, if you're putting yourself out there as a fucking demonologist, okay, how are you studying the demon? Oh, are you coming from strictly a Christian background? Are you studying it strictly from a Christian perspective? Then you're fucking wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to study demonology from Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism. If you're only coming at it from Catholicism, you're a fucking idiot. And I want to punch you in the goddamn face for being so fucking ignorant.
Yeah, no, and that is very true. Like like people when they say they've studied demonology, they've done it through Christianity. Like I'm not mocking anyone that does do that. If you do it just through Christianity, that is really up to you. But you know, when you're going to do that and you're going to be working with demons, you do need to learn and know every aspect of demons. And there are thousands and millions of demons in so many different countries, different religions, and you know. Like when you hear this crap that, oh, well, because we're in England or we're in America, we only get Christian or whatever. There are demons from other countries that roam our plane here as well. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
You should have a full understanding of all types of demon and what
I want to tell you. I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story.
Yeah, go
on. I don't know how many years ago it's been now, almost 10 years ago. I had a young couple contact me through a friend of a friend of a friend. That's how usually people get in touch with me. Of course, now, you know, with my podcast, The Wizard's Table, it's a little different, but you know, this was before the podcast that I started. But they contacted me. It was a younger couple. They had a young child, a baby still in the crib or whatever. And they were having some paranormal activity in their home. Well, come to find out, this particular house used to be a Catholic church.
Yeah.
For whatever fucking reason they left, the Catholic Church went on, and I think they got a cathedral style church or some shit, whatever. But this young couple moved into this church, and anyway, they called me and it's like, you know, we're having issues. So I was like, I was talking to him on the phone, and I said, well, tell me what the fuck's going on. When our windows are opening and closing, our toilets are flushing. The spigots in our bathroom and in our kitchen are turning off and on. Some of the books are flying off the shelves. I was like, okay. So I said, well, what about any physical problems? No, nothing physical. A nudge here and there, but nothing harmful. All right. So I went over to their house. It took me a while to get over there because I was fucking busy as hell. But I finally got over there. Pretty looking couple. He was hot. But anyway, I didn't tell him that, but I finally got over there. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I feel this shit. I fucking feel it. So one of my patron demons is Orobos. Look up the name Orobos. Orabos. Orobos. And so what I did was I got in a semi-trance state using a hand drum. I beat that fucking hand drum at 220 beats per minute. That puts you in a theta. Put your mind into what's called a theta state. Theta, where you're very receptive. So I met my demon.
Meditation state.
Yeah, I met my demon. And he's like, not in so many words, of course. He's like, Ken, this is not a dead person. This is not another demon. This is an angel. So basically, long story short, what I found out was it was a celestial spirit. It was an angel who was pissed off that this house was no longer a fucking Catholic church. So he decided to show his goddamn ass.
Yeah. So was this couple married?
They were married. And I did banish the angel with the help of Orobos. So I banished the angel with a demon. Yes, you can do that. Yes. It's not just the other way around. You can banish demons with angels. No, baby. I banished the angel with the help of a demon. They've been fine ever since.
I'm saying. But like I said earlier, both energies are equal. Like you can use angels to remove demons. You can use demons to remove angels. They are equal. They're not. No one's better than the other. Like they're all higher energy, aren't they? Really. Like,
that's right.
You know, even though people say demons are low class or lower case,
they try to say they're low frequency. I get so fucking tired of that new age bullshit. Oh, it's a low frequency entity. Bitch, lick my ass.
They are just as high powered as what an angel is.
And Orobos is a prince. He's a fucking prince of the infernal realm. Orobas, Orobos. Look him up. Look up his sigil. It's powerful. It's amazing. It's glorious. You know,
I love drums.
Sometimes he will appear as a horse. He will appear as a horse. And the thing about Orobos is he will protect the sorcerer from the influence of other spirits and other demonic entities. He will protect you. He's very protective of the person or persons that he works with. Yes, yeah, and he rules over 20 legions. He rules over 20 legions of demons. By the way,
he does. I have actually read up about him a little bit.
Isn't he great?
He's very high. He's very high class. Like literally, even though like a lot of you would look at me like, oh, he's really bad. He's dangerous. This, that. No, he's very high class. Okay, guys, and like I said, I respect both light and dark energy, and they all should be treated equally. I am really glad that I heard you say about that you used your drum to summons out things and to help the situation. I'm the same through a lot of my magic, and when I want to manifest my magic and I want my magic to do what I need it to do, I use my drum. I've got drums. I have actually got tongue drums that I've just bought as well now that are really, really cool. And not only is it really good in magic, but it's really good in your divine self as well, in yourself. Okay, it heightens your energies, your ways. It helps to manifest your magic within you. Music and you know, in spirituality is the one of the most amazing aspects to get where you want to get. I do agree with that, most definitely. So it's good that you like drums, Shrimp Shack. They are one of the best instruments to use when you're doing magic. And
they are, because as human beings, it's that beating a drum at 220 beats per minute. That when you listen to that, when you listen to 220 beats per minute for a lengthy period, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. That is all it takes to put your mind into a theta state. You don't need psilocybin mushrooms. You don't need all this other stuff. I have nothing against using that. I mean, I've used peyote before, but that's all you need, because that beat, that boom, 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 220 beats per minute, it will put you into a theta state. Boom, baby, you're gone. You are fucking gone.
Yeah, and I use it. I use my drums, and you know, like through my magic and that, to manifest and make it more powerful. I use drums to get rid of certain things that I don't want as well, you know, and it's a very powerful experience when you do it that way. It's absolutely amazing. You should buy one. Buy a drum. You don't even have to be spiritual to play a drum and to make an effect. Okay, anyone can play a drum to protect themselves.
And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know, I do have one from I have a Tungus Siberian style drum, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just get something with a good tone.
I don't just use drums as well. I also use tambourines.
Yeah.
I do these as well.
Isis. That's some Isis energy right there, baby. There you go. All right. I bet it sounds beautiful. Yes.
But I don't use the knocker. I use my fingers, because you
get
a hell of a lot more out of your hand. I move my hand across it, and I can get
for sure.
Really that. And it's absolutely amazing. And then, like I said, I've got my tongue drums as well, which they're metal, but when you play them, the sounds that come out of it, they give you that vibrational sound. So it really helps you with your meditation and for relaxation and things like that. I'm very big about making people feel good and also helping as well, obviously. Hello, Living History. How are you, darling? But music
takes you to another world, don't it, baby?
Yeah, music is the way of life, guys. Even if you don't really know how to play a drum properly, just banging it, and that it really does lift that energy up. You will learn to play it. Believe me, it will learn you to play it.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you do investigations as well, Ken?
Yes. So I'm in North Florida. I actually live in Tallahassee, Florida, is where I'm at. Beautiful place.
Oh yeah.
heavily wooded area. Tallahassee takes care of its trees, oaks, and also, yeah, very much so. And Tallahassee is obsessed with fucking crepe myrtles.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're fucking obsessed with crepe myrtles. Okay. I like crepe myrtles too. I have a crepe myrtle staff actually from a wild crepe myrtle. But yeah, Tallahassee takes care of its place. And so that's where I live. But what was the question?
I was saying to you that so you're an investigator and stuff. So like,
oh yeah. So I work with Outcast Paranormal. Outcast with a K. Outcast with a K. And they're good guys. It's James Rost, a guy named Ryan Gulambesti, RPG for short, and Stacy Brown. Now, these guys have, for example, RPG. He used to work on the set of Finding Bigfoot on Animal Planet. Stacy Brown has several movies out. He worked also with Les Stroud, Survivor Man. You heard of him? Survivor Man?
I have heard his name, yeah.
He's from Canada.
The thing is, I'm one of these people. I only go for certain people that I really, really like, and really. I don't follow hundreds and hundreds of teams. I go for the ones that I really do believe in, and ones that I think represent to me. Like we attach, you know. Hello, Coffin Crew. Just saying hello. The Coffin Crew is my man. That is my fella. Hello, darling. You okay?
Awesome. You need to hook him up tonight, girl. Give him some.
He's in Texas. Unless I'm going to grow wings.
Well, you can use a Zoom. Do that. Anyway, Stacy is the producer and the lead investigator of Outcast Paranormal, and I'm actually in a movie called The Skunk Ape Experiments. It's on Amazon right now. You can rent it for $3.99. I'm the very last scene. I'm in that movie. I am the sorcerer at the end of that movie.
Oh wow!
And it's on.
Buy that when I get paid and have a watch.
Yeah, $3.99. The Skunk Ape Experiments, and a skunk ape is basically a Florida Bigfoot. That's what we call Bigfoot in Florida. We have them here. We definitely have them here.
So,
but we call them skunk apes.
Obviously, I know a little bit about them, but for people that don't, what are skunk apes?
A skunk ape is a type of Bigfoot. It's basically a Bigfoot. It's just a Florida, southern United States, Florida version of a Bigfoot, of a Sasquatch, and they do live up to the reputation of being a skunk ape. They fucking stink. It's horrible.
Yeah, skunk ape. You've got Bigfoot. You've got Yeti.
Yeah.
There are so many different names like that category. What Bigfoot?
They're basically the same thing. There's just a little. There's slight difference in the DNA, but they're the same shit. It's the same thing.
So what energies would you say that you've actually come into communication with, and that you've had to help people with? Like, what sort of, and do you believe in like crypto stuff as well? Obviously, you've said skunk ape, so you do believe in it in an extent. But what experiences have you had that have been unusual?
So I've came in contact with human spirits before. I came in contact with this crazy ass fucking woman, and I'll say it like it is. She was a fucking bitch. And she was just fucking obsessed. I kept picking her up on a digital recorder, saying, "I want my goddamn Kool-Aid." Fuck. And I had to listen to that shit over and over for like 20 minutes to make sure I was really hearing that shit. I want my goddamn Kool-Aid. Like, this bitch want her Kool-Aid, y'all. And I told her, I was like, this bitch want her Kool-Aid, y'all. So we went out and we made some Kool-Aid. You know, the red Kool-Aid, that's what we call it in the South down here. We say we don't call it strawberry or any of that bullshit. We say, what kind of flavor Kool-Aid you want? Red. That's how we made some red Kool-Aid. We sat it on the counter of this old house where this woman lived, and we called it a cob house. Now a cob house is a house that's made out of hardwood and lighter, and the insulation is corn husks.
Yeah.
A cob house. All right. Now, this was up in West Virginia. All right. So I made that fucking bitch Kool-Aid. We walked around, we did our thing, whatever. I don't know, 7, 8, 10 hours. Jesus, it took for fucking ever, by the love of Lucifer. And we walk, as soon as three of us walk back into the kitchen, it was a glass jar of fucking Kool-Aid. It just fucking, that motherfucker shattered, girl. Them boys was running left and right. Some of them was hot. So I was checking them out as they were running, but I didn't run. Whatever.
Hello, Anonymous.
So I don't know. I know it sounds silly, but
no, not at all. Like I'm not being funny, but if you're in the paranormal field, anything's possible, guys. Seriously, like you're never surprised. You're never surprised. Like everything just. You could be in it 20 years, 40 years, and you're always learning. You're always gaining new things. You're always coming.
Well, I get consulted a lot by investigators. Investigators will consult me because they know I'm in this shit deep and I'm not leaving. For example, Brandon, there's a guy named Brandon Crody. Brandon Crody, he has a show on Paraflix called Paranormal in the Funhouse.
Yeah.
Now, I've been on two episodes of his show, season 3. I was on season 3, Opera House Part 2, and I was on season 3, Mason's Lobster Rolls. Mason's Lobster Rolls is a restaurant. So I've been on his episode twice. Yeah, so I know, right?
You've been on quite a few paranormal shows and stuff then.
Technically, I've been on 3, working on 4. Because we got to go to Pensacola, Florida next month to a guy's house named David Eckhart, who's having issues with interdimensional entities.
Ooh, now that will be very interesting.
That will be very interesting, yeah.
What's your views?
See, we went over there once before and did some preliminary stuff. And when I was over there, I did some ritual magic using the Hebrew language. And David called me 2 days later and said, I don't know what the fuck you did, but they are stirred up and fucking angry. They are crazy right now. So
what extraterrestrial?
I think they are what they are. I think they are what they are. I mean, I don't necessarily believe that, everybody's jumped on this bad bandwagon that extraterrestrials are demons and that demons and extraterrestrials are one and the same. I don't believe that shit at all. I don't. I think they're
all each to their own, aren't they? They may all be in the same sort of division, and they're all part of the strange and the unknown, things that you're not really supposed to know much about. But they've all got their own individual characters and ways of being, haven't they?
Absolutely. And the technology of an extraterrestrial entity is specifically like the ones that we're investigating with David Eckhart. It's almost impossible to distinguish science technology from sorcery. They are that goddamn advanced. They are that fucking advanced. Like solid walls and shit, anything that's nothing to them. They can pass through that shit like a spirit. So it's easy for an extraterrestrial to be confused for a spirit or a demon or an angel, blah blah blah, because their technology is profound. I mean, look at Star Trek. A lot of that shit on Star Trek is coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that a lot of the films and stuff that are based on that sort of thing are actually based on real life events or experiences that people have. I think that a lot of them sort of films and stuff or programs really do represent something that is actually really happening. It's just the way, like there's messages in those programs. Just a lot of people that are closed don't realize it.
But I do believe in, I do believe in taking it on a case-by-case basis, depending on what I'm dealing with. But yes, I believe extraterrestrials are what they are. They're extraterrestrials. Demons, infernal spirits, celestial spirits, human spirits, they are what they are. They are what they are. Yeah. I don't believe that demons and aliens are one and the same and all that bullshit. Now, it's interesting. It's interesting. Here's something that you would think that I would be, but I'm still not fully convinced. But Stacy Brown, the head investigator, the producer, Outcast, Paranormal Outcast with a K. He's been studying Sasquatch and Skunk Ape. He lives 10 minutes down the road from me, but he's been studying this shit for fucking years. And Stacy will tell you that anytime a Sasquatch / Skunk Ape / Bigfoot is in proximity, that his cameras the batteries in his cameras go fucking dead. That strange shit starts to happen to his equipment. Now, why would a biological entity like a skunk ape, a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever, have any effect on technical electrical equipment? What the fuck's going on with that shit?
I think that they all come from different dimensions. Like, because if you think about it, when you hear about people that have had sightings with Bigfoot and things like that, like they say that they've seen Bigfoot and then suddenly he was walking and he disappeared. I do believe that they go into different dimensions. They come in and out of our world. I do believe that they have a place where they belong, just like aliens do and spirit do, and you know that even though they are known to like live in caves and stuff like that, I do believe that there is a doorway that they go through and come out. Like that's why sometimes when you see them walk and they just suddenly disappear into thin air.
Well, and that's what
I believe they're going through doorways. I believe they're going through other dimensions. They're not just in one place. I believe that they go in a lot of places.
And that's where Stacy is at now, because based on his personal, I haven't experienced Sasquatch. I haven't experienced Skunk Ape. I've been out in the woods and I've smelt some pretty fucked up things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is. But Stacy had turned over a whole different leaf of belief because of what he has experienced with these fucking things. He believes that there is a powerful supernatural element to the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I believe that 100%. Like, because you know, I've heard stories where people have said they've seen them and suddenly they disappeared.
Yes.
I do believe also that sometimes that maybe they can manifest themselves into an animal sort of creature so that they can get away quicker. I do believe they can do a lot of things, and I, like you, I've not personally seen a Bigfoot or anything, but I've had an experience when I was on an investigation where I was under this massive wood tent thing that had been built in the middle of a woods, and somebody was saying to me that is a Bigfoot's home. That's where they would put their babies. I was sat inside it. There was a mighty bang down on the wood, like, and you could hear like when they actually come at you, you can hear this mad scream sound. I can't explain it. Like this, I could hear it from miles off, and like when it got near, it's like the whole part of the area around me shook because they are big, okay, and it smacked down on this wood thing, and it made me jump, and I ran out. I couldn't physically see him because by the time I turned around to try and see what I was looking at, he was gone. But I do believe that I may have had an experience with him. I didn't get to see him,
and you may have. You probably did. You probably did. I know there's a belief. There's a strong belief in the British Isles of shape-shifting werewolves and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And see, New Orleans is only 4 hours, roughly 4 to 5 hours away from me. And the Rougarou. You heard of the Rougarou?
I'm not really that familiar on that one. No.
All right, the Rougarou is believed to be it's a type of werewolf that lives in Louisiana, the swamps of Louisiana, New Orleans. It comes from the French word loup-garou. Loup-garou.
Yeah, I've heard I've heard that, but not
but in over in Louisiana, New Orleans, the Creole they call it Rougarou. It's believed to be a shapeshifter. So, you know, there you go. There's that. And when I went over there, to New Orleans about 5-6 years ago. I went over to New Orleans, and me and my husband and a couple friends, we went over there and we went to Marie Laveau's grave, Madame Marie Laveau. You know who that is. Marie Laveau is to be respected 100%. But we went to St. Louis Cemetery number 1. This is before you had to go with a guide or whatever the fuck. We went out there. I left some offerings of candles, incense, sandalwood oil, stuff like that, and prayed to Marie Laveau and asked her for this and this and this and that. But it's believed that the Rougarou is actually a hybrid of, and this is not uncommon either, between a spirit and a biological entity. Spiritual biological entities are not uncommon among the Voodoo or Voodoo pantheon, and the Native Americans, and even the native Creole people in New Orleans and Louisiana and places like that. They believe that. They believe that shit. 100%.
Yeah, Mike's into that sort of stuff. Mike, that's in the room. He's a practitioner in that. He's very, very, very good as well. And it's really interesting what he's actually saying there. What if Bigfoot are the original inhabitants on Earth and humans are actually the aliens?
You know, I've actually, okay, let me read it. What if Bigfoot are the original inhabitants of the Earth and humans? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Maybe we did come from Mars originally, you know, and maybe the true inhabitants of this Earth is the Sasquatch, is the Bigfoot, and maybe we're just fucking shit up.
Well, yeah, and I believe that there's a lot of that energy. Like, obviously, so do you believe in like what do you think in like obviously you've said about the werewolf, so you must have some sort of belief in that, but what about like things like vampire and stuff like that? Now, I'm really big on vampire. I do believe that there are werewolves. It was really strange because last night I was having a conversation with my partner and he said to me, what sort of things do you believe exist? Do you believe things like werewolves exist? And so I said, why would they not? You know, we've got wolves, we've got human. Why would they not? Like, it may not be exactly what we are portrayed to see on TV, but I do believe they're there. The same with vampires. Vampires, even though on TV they're portrayed as a human being and they're this, that, yeah, they do look very humanified, but there are different traits of vampire as well. You know, you've got ones that suck blood, you've got ones that suck your energy, like they suck positivity out of you. You've got so many different.
Yeah. And then you got vampires like me that suck. Never mind.
And a lot of people say that to me. They're like you've got really pale skin, Sherry. You look like a vampire. I haven't. I'm tanned, but I have got a really big fascination with vampire. I do find them very fascinating. And I came across a page that my partner sent me the other day where there are actually people that actually practice and say that they're vampires, and it's so fascinating.
Well, you have you have a lot of modern vampires, you know, that aren't vampires in the traditional sense of the word. You do have those, but I believe that I believe that there is a vampiric spirit, not anything that's flesh and blood, but there is a vampiric spirit that does exist out there. This has been talked about. Yeah, this has been talked about in many cultures. From Romania to ancient Egypt to Samaria, even among certain Native American tribes, there is vampiric spirits that do exist out there.
I do agree in that.
I love Anne Rice. I've read all her fucking books. They're great. The Vampire Lestat, I lust after him every night, baby. Come bite me, baby. Come bite me. But, you know, true vampires, I don't believe exist in the flesh and blood, which is unfortunate. But I believe that they are of a spirit, a spiritual nature. That's how they exist.
Yeah, no, like I do believe that they're more in a spiritual nature as well. Like I've had experiences where I've been out on investigations and I've had a certain energy that's come over and they've gone, we want your neck, we want to bite you, you've got a beautiful. Then I'm like, what are you? I am a vampire. And it's like, what? Like, and you know, I 100% do believe that they're out there. I do. Like you said, not in flesh and blood, not at all. Yeah, you've got people that like to portray themselves as being vampires. They like drinking blood. They like doing this, doing that. Yeah, they're human vampire traits. Okay, sure. But in reality, real vampire, like you said, is in a spiritual form.
That's right. So, I mean, even Ed and Lorraine Warren, you know, and I got some issues with them. Me and you will talk. And you can talk about this later. I'm not going to talk about it right now with my issues and hangups with them. But even Ed and Lorraine Warren said that vampires are of a spiritual nature. Yeah. They're not physical beings that walk around drinking blood. They are a type of spirit that does that. So
vampires won't tell you they are a vampire. Why would they not tell you that that they're vampires? If they're in a spirit form, why would they not tell you? It's not like you can 100% see them and things like that. You know, like they're not going to be scared of you, are they?
No.
So they do tell you.
So what else you got, baby? Because I'm gonna have to go soon, girl. I don't want to, but I do have to.
No, like literally, like normally I only do an hour show, and I have gone over that time with you, which I don't care because we have had a really, really good time. I would like you to come back again, Ken. And hopefully we have Mistress B next time because this has been very interesting and stuff. I know that you've got your boy to sort out and you've got things you got to get sorted, but I do appreciate you being on here. A big shout out to all of our guys that have come in the room and supported me and Ken tonight on our show. We hope that you have found it very interesting. We will talk more about Ken's faiths and stuff when we get Mistress B up, because it'd be really good to have them both together. They go really well together, so you'll get a lot more interesting stuff like you have had tonight. But lots of love light to all of you. Big shout out to all of the streaming networks, TV networks, all of our supporters, everybody that's been in the show today. Lots of love light to all of you. Thank you, Bald and Bonkers, for letting us have the show. But for me, it is the end. Be safe. Be real. Would you like to say anything quickly, Ken, to the people?
I just want to say thank you guys for being so open-minded, respectful, and tuning in. Obviously, Sherry, she is a wonderful, beautiful woman, and her husband to be should be happy, lucky, and do a little bit of a square dance and jig. I don't know if y'all know what that means. I don't know if y'all got any kind of square dancing in England or not, but that's some good shit over here, y'all.
Yeah,
but nothing but love.
Yeah, thank you. So obviously, again, it's been an honor to have you on here, Ken, and I've really enjoyed to have you up here, and I will get you.
And real quick, I want to say, yeah, it can be fun. Exactly. I want to say real quick, listen, Levian Satanism, there's nothing evil or demented or fucked up about it. Even some aspects of theistic Satanism, where they actually do believe in a real entity called Satan, there's nothing evil about that shit. So don't discriminate. Educate. Don't discriminate.
Exactly.
Educate.
Exactly. Be open. Be open-minded, and don't be so quick to listen to the bullshit. Listen to the real. Okay, the person that's sitting here telling you. So just be you guys, and you believe in what you want to believe in. Don't let other people lead you the other way. Be who you want to be. That's really important in this world. It's good to be yourselves, okay? And just be safe, be real, be true, and like Ken said, do not be judgmental, okay? Do a bit of studying and research before you make a perception on someone. Okay, guys, and we love you all. Lots of love, light, and blessings, and a merry parting from us all. And we'll see you all very soon.
1